This video is called, this is part 2 of why do not so attractive men be with gorgeous women, and why do gorgeous women be with unattractive men. This video is also called That Tiny Light on the Inside. And that tiny light is a man that's not so attractive, his beautiful qualities on the inside, versus an unattractive woman, her beautiful qualities on the inside. People always wondering why an unmatched relationship like that stays together. Most of the time they do, you know, depending on whatever circumstances, but it's the qualities in your heart. Like I said, it's the positive things that a person can give off subconsciously and consciously to somebody that attracts opposite sexes. You know what I mean? In other words, a not so attractive man has these qualities such as kindness, understanding, being a good listener, being a good provider, being good sexually, being a good friend, being there in the times where you need somebody to talk to, being there as a shoulder to cry on when you're going through something personal or serious or something that you're not happy with. An understanding person overrides a person who's attractive and unforgiving and everything the opposite I mentioned just a few minutes ago about the qualities of an unattractive man or woman. These qualities go for an unattractive woman. And these are the ones most of the time that are overlooked in society because they don't fit in with what people think as far as the look, the style, the whole persona of being a beautiful person physically and sometimes mentally, you know, on the education level. But there are some beautiful people out here of all races that are very attractive inside more than outside. And that's why Jesus always preached on that. Unattractive woman, she's the opposite of an unattractive man. In other words, she gives off beautiful qualities in her heart. She's supportive when it comes to negativity and negative things that's been said about whoever she's with. Why? Because she's been there herself. It takes one to know one. And they understand that. So they know how to deal with it. And they share knowledge and wisdom with that person that they're attracted to. And it's also humbling because when a person that's not attractive and they're with somebody who is attractive and they're getting all the attention, the attractive person I mean, and the other person that's not attractive, whether they're male or female, don't get that much attention. They get more laughs and jokes, you know, and being dogged because they ain't attractive. They're the most beautiful people to me on this planet because they have richness and wisdom. They have richness in knowing how to deal with things like that, especially growing up that way. I'm sure a lot of them have always been in confrontation and fights and things like that with other women and other men, maybe, but they talked about Jesus like that too. They dogged Jesus. You see what they did to him on the cross. So this is the reason why you see these couples attract to each other, because the qualities that an unattractive person physically gives off, male or female, whatever culture, it sends subliminal messages to someone that's attractive, and they pick up on that. And once that happens, it's a wrap. They're together. And once they get to know that person even more, despite the fact that they're not in the category of what, say, a pretty person would want in a man or a woman, they get attached to the beautiful heart they have. And they overlook the physical, outside. They get attached and fall in love with what's on the inside of a person versus what's on the outside of a person. But don't get me wrong, there are attractive people with beautiful hearts and beautiful qualities as well. Male, female, whatever, But this society and these people, and I'm part of the people, we're so judgmental of folks. So quick to judge people, don't know them. Like Tupac said in one of his songs, only God can judge me. And it's true. Only God can judge you. God made you in a certain way. He gave you the looks and the physical attributes, whether you're tall, short, skinny, fat, attractive or unattractive, for a reason. God know what he's doing. You can't tell God what to do. He made you. Remember the potter and the clay in the Bible? God was shaping that person, and the clay was mad because he didn't feel, or she didn't feel, that God was doing the right thing and shaping them right and this and that. God knows exactly what he's doing. You can't tell God what to do. You can't. He's bigger than you. He made you. With a blink of an eye, you could be gone in a second. Or something tragic could happen to you. He got that much power. He got so much power. He got more power in his pinky finger than we have in our whole lifetime. Or in our whole body. People get out here sometimes and feel bad because they're short. I had a short man complex for years. I was mad at God. I was crying out to him, why'd you make me this short? While my mother was over 6 foot, all my aunts over 6 foot. I never knew my dad, so I don't know if he was tall. I don't know. Maybe he was short, maybe he wasn't. But I learned to live with it. And I started noticing that people in life, as I grew up, was shorter than me. Like people that are midgets. That shocked me. I had a lot of questions and a lot of answers wasn't being answered when I was coming up, because there were people out, even my family members couldn't even tell me why. But I know why now, because that was his plan. It was meant for everybody to be the way they are right now. For whatever his purpose is, whatever his will is for your life, And if an attractive person comes in your life physically, and hopefully their heart will be just as beautiful, then good blessings. But if a person comes in your life that's not so attractive, woman or man, hey, you don't know what blessing you might be having until you get to know that person. So stop pointing the finger at people, and dogging them and pointing, making them feel bad because they ain't on your level as far as beauty status or the way they're built, or the height they got, or the color of their skin, or the money they make and you make, or the material things you have and they don't have. Because you don't know what God got in store for that person. Especially if he bring that person in your life, you have no clue what God got. God always has a plan. God ain't got no hit and miss plan. You people out here better be listening to what I'm saying, because you know I'm telling you the truth. You know, a lot of you have been that way, but then when somebody came in your life that threw you a curve, and you didn't expect that to come that way, the way it came, you was mad, you was upset, you was pissed off, you cried out to God, you didn't like it. You know, you asking why, but God has the final say, and he gonna tell you why. You know, all you gotta do is talk to him, pray. You know, he talks to many people, he talks to anybody. You know, he'll get a message to you quickly, and he'll get it through somebody that you would least expect. You know, it's just like when I was moving. You know, I was trying to get all these people to help me move, and a lot of them were friends that I knew, and some of them just were acquaintances, but we was cool. But the thing is, you gotta count your blessings, man, because you don't know what God got for you. And like I said, it took me a minute to move where I moved, because I couldn't get people to help me move stuff out of my storage and get it over here. The thing of it was, you know, I had a class at the VA that I go to, and we talk about certain things and everything, but this person was the least likely person I would expect to help me with the problem that I was seeking. And once I found out what he'd been through in his past and, you know, in his life, he was willing to help me because he heard me cry out when I was talking. You know, he heard something in my spirit crying out for help when we was in a class, you know, that I go to, and we were talking about a subject. And then by the end of the week, he told me, he came up to him and he said, look, man, he said, I'm gonna help you. He said, because I felt your pain. You know, he said, I felt you needed help, and I'm gonna help you. He said, I don't got a truck, but I got an SUV. And I'm gonna help you out. So get with me the following week. And so be it, he did it. So that's what I'm saying. Don't judge what God or who God brings in your life, because you don't know what the piece of the puzzle is for. You don't know the whole picture, and you don't see the big picture. You see the little picture. But when God gets done doing his masterpiece, whatever his painting is he got for you in your life, you know, whatever his will is, you're going to be shocked, awed, and amazed. And some of you going to be feeling stupid because you was all upset like that, and you didn't see that blessing in the midst of the storm because you was mad and your flesh was fighting with you. You know, your spirit's trying to calm you down and relax you and humble you, make you listen and be patient. It's hard to be patient in the flesh, it is. And your flesh is crying out, fighting back with your spirit, your true spirit. So, you know, don't judge a book by its cover until you know the contents of what's inside of it. And there's a lot of good knowledge in there with somebody that may not be no movie star with the movie star looks and the John Cena or the Rock body, but it's something in their heart that will satisfy you for the rest of your life, especially if you marry them and you get together with them, you start dating and finding out nice qualities and things they have to offer you. You know, it'll shock and amaze you. And you're going to be feeling like the biggest fool that God ever put breath in because of the fact that you rebelled and you didn't want to listen and you didn't see the blessing coming because it hit you like a right hook or a left hook and dropped you. But you woke up after that happened. So That's why you see these kind of relationships. Because a lot of people that are attractive, they're arrogant. They think they're better than everybody else. They think they're above everybody else. They think they're running everything. God is letting them have enough rope just to hang themselves. Because he knows better than them. He made them. He knows you inside and out. He knows every thought you think. He knows every heartache you done had. Every happy day you done had. He knows it all. So you're not bigger than God, and remember that. You ain't running nothing. He is. So with that, you know what you got to do, right? Yeah. Exit stage left or exit stage right. And get it together for the better. Later.